Good morning, you guys. Listen, I hope you're having a great day. You see, I'm outside enjoying this latte. And I wanted to talk to you this morning about forgiveness and the power of forgiveness and the lessons that I've learned from forgiving, because it's not an easy thing. And it's not an easy thing, but it is a necessary thing. See, when I was younger, my idea of forgiving someone meant that I was condoning what they've done. And what they had done really drastically impacted my life, hurt my feelings, hurt me to my core, hurt me in ways that I didn't even fully understand until I got older, right? And to forgive that person or those people was just like something I couldn't even imagine in my head, because I thought two things. I thought I have to go to this person and have a conversation with them and say the words that I forgive you. That's what I thought first. The second thing that I thought is that if I forgive them, then I was okay with what they had done. So it took some experience to really understand that that wasn't it at all. It took experience to understand, and there's a famous quote that says, and I know I'm gonna mess this up, but it says something to the effect that when you're not forgiving someone, when you're withholding forgiveness, it's like you poured a cup of poison and you're drinking it, but you're expecting the other person to die. And I'm like, man, that is so true. That is so accurate, because what I learned, and I would have loved to have learned this earlier, when I was withholding forgiveness, and I mean, we've all gone through some things, and it may be a partner, a spouse that you are withholding forgiveness from. It may be your mama. It may be your daddy. It may be some things that happened in your childhood, some traumatic things that happened. I held on to all of that. I had some traumatic experiences when I was a kid. I held on to all of that. And it affected my relationships with my family. It affected my relationships with my own children. It affected my relationships because I held on to this stuff, right? And didn't want to forgive it, because the crazy thing was, I didn't think that I was holding on to it in terms of repeating the behavior. I thought I was just like not forgiving, and I'm not going to forgive that person no matter what because of this. And I thought I had moved past it because I was moving forward what I thought. When you withhold forgiveness, it always comes out. Because here's what you got to understand. When someone has hurt you, and I don't care if it's, listen, I done been through there, okay? From childhood trauma to going through 2 divorces to have, business partners do some foul things and say some foul things and just, just stuff. I'm 59 years old. I done been through some things, right? And so what I find is that hurt people hurt people. And so the people or the persons that have done things that have hurt me, that have offended me, that physically hurt me and that really impacted me, that means that they were hurt too. 9 times out of 10, whatever they've done to someone else or whatever it was that they've done to me, 9 times out of 10 it was done to them. And hurt people hurt people. So I was turning around and holding on to this and hurting other people. May not have been in the same way, of course, but I was still hurting people because I was withholding this forgiveness. I was withholding it, and it shows up. It's crazy that it shows up, because when you are withholding forgiveness, you are literally blocking your money, you're blocking your health, you're blocking your relationships, you're blocking your peace, your harmony, your joy, your happiness. And in the same breath, we'll say, I'm not forgiving that person because this, that, and the other thing. They did this, they did that. Honey, they're gonna have to earn my trust. They're gonna have to do this, they're gonna have to do that. But then in the same conversation, you're saying that you want happiness, you want peace, you want joy, you want this, you want that. And then to take it even further, if you're a believing person, you're praying to God and asking Him to forgive you for your transgressions. But yet you're asking the Creator to forgive you, but you won't forgive the creation. Doesn't make sense. And when I started understanding this, man, I'm gonna tell you, it changed my whole world. And I believe my second divorce, because that was 25 years of marriage, that felt like a lifetime, when I could truly forgive. Now in the beginning, it was like that, how people say fake it till you make it. It was like that, faith it. I'm a faith it until I believe it. I'm a faith it until I can really, really, truly forgive this person. Because I know if I don't forgive this person, I'm hurting me. That person is going on with their lives, smiling, happy, living their life and whatnot, and going on doing whatever they're doing, and I'm the one hanging on to it, right? So I had to constantly remind myself, I am forgiving this person. I forgive this person. I forgave this person. I forgive. I went back to my childhood, mentally anyway. I forgave every single person that I felt had ever done me wrong, there was some serious crap that I went through as a kid, and I had to forgive. I had to forgive. It doesn't mean you condone it. It doesn't even mean that you forget about it, right? But you have to forgive. Because if you don't, you really are drinking the poison and you're expecting that other person to die. So if you want to even attain some level of real happiness, attain some level of pure joy, attain some level of financial wealth, attain some level of, a strong spiritual connection, you want to attain, an amazing relationship, you better forgive. And you better forgive today. If you have to get a piece of paper out and write down that person's name or all those names of those people, whether it's business partners, relationships, spouses, mama, daddy, grandma, grandfather, neighbor, whoever, co-worker, boss, or whatever, write their names down and say out loud to yourself, I forgive you. And you keep saying it, you keep saying it, you keep saying it. Maybe you have to pull it out every single day, right? I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, I release you. And there will come a time in your life when you will truly, truly have forgiven them on the inside. And that's the best release of all. So go do what you need to do today. But make sure that one of those things that you do today is you extend that forgiveness the same way you want your Creator to extend that forgiveness to you. Y'all be blessed. I got to go.